Okay, we got Akaash miserable new reality. So if you don't know who Akaash is, he's basically a comedian, and recently everybody has been giving him crap because his wife has been embarrassing him to the max. So we got a video here called Akaash Singh's miserable new reality. Bro, I hope the situation has gotten better, but let's see the updates, man. Here we go.
This is the moment I learned I love my wife more than she loves me. And that hurts.
Sometimes the internet has a hard time understanding unconventional relationships. Okay, they jump to conclusions about certain things. Okay, Diddy, Cassie, other people, maybe on his podcast. You don't know anything.
Dude, jury selection must have been fire.
Can you not compare us to
Sorry, exactly. You're Cassie. You are 100% Cassie.
Also, by the way, bro, I don't even think these guys in this video are his freaking friends. The amount of time, what's his name? Andrew Schultz or whatever. This guy, I know this is supposed to, it's supposed to be like a funny, like comedian type of like podcast, but yo, this guy has literally been taking shots at him and his wife, literally from the first time I've seen him, bro. Check your mans, bro. That might not be your friend.
Alright, so it appears that Akaash Singh's soul has officially left his body recently, because it seems that he's just now starting to realize that no one's ever gonna forget the brutal humiliation ritual that his wife performed on him last month, which happened to go.
And that's the thing about having like a girlfriend, especially when you do internet personalities and internet relationships, bro. If you have an issue with your girl publicly, that joint's gonna be on the internet forever, literally to the end of time, and you're gonna have to see that forever.
Massively viral that now every single comment section under anything he does online is just flooded with people clowning on him and his wife. So as a result of that, he's now become a hollow shell of his former self. Even his fake laugh doesn't sound the same anymore.
Weapon!
Yes,
Concealed weapon!
So
That means the government thinks I'm safe.
All right, so you can carry a, when does that come in, actually?
He's not getting a gun.
They're still
No, he
doing
got it. He did an
more
appointment.
background checks.
It's not gonna happen.
You have to write a letter for me.
But don't,
So kind of like Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, this will likely define the rest of Akaash Singh's comedy career, as his wife
It's
gave
over.
the world a...
No, it's literally over. The only way to get through this is you have to make jokes about it. Because if you take it too seriously, everybody's gonna clown you for being so sensitive and being a wuss. But bro, you have to make jokes about it at your show now. Because that's literally what's gonna be on everybody's mind. Your wife literally does not care about you, does not respect you.
lifetime supply of ammunition to go at Akaash with. And it's gotten so out of control at this point that it's even affecting the Flagrant podcast too, because every episode that came out after that story has been downvoted into oblivion, partly due to them not speaking about it at all, and partly due to the podcast where they addressed it, which was completely pathetic and really didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, I always say this, the biggest mistake that Akaash made in this situation, he tried to explain himself to the internet. Bro, there's one, listen, if you're not a content creator, if you're not a social media influencer, okay, you may not get this, but bro, you cannot care about what the internet says about you. And even there's no satisfying the comic section, the internet. The internet will love you one day, hate you the next. So you can't spend your time trying to get them to like you. So him bringing his wife to like talk about the situation, bro, you just can't listen to the noise, bro. Cause your entire life cannot be satisfying random people on the internet, bro. That's not gonna give you no peace or nothing.
But make things worse for Akaash. Like they just let the wife, Jasleen, lie and gaslight her way out of the entire thing. I mean, she literally had an excuse for just about everything she said to tarnish the man's reputation.
Yo, what's that meme that people be putting on TikTok? It'd be like 100 women versus accountability. Like, yo, I swear to God, bro, girls do not take accountability.
Especially when she claimed to have only kissed the guys she was with in college before she met Akaash. Even though there are countless videos online of her talking about going further in bed with them.
have a roster of frat boys.
What is a
Bro,
roster?
and, yo, that's a sad part. Yo, comment down below. Would you marry a girl that lies to you? Yes or no?
So it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like two guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean hooking up,
Like, you can even see, like look at, right now, look in Akaash's eyes. He's crying. Yo, am I the only one seeing his eyes right now? They're dead watery, they're dead teary-eyed. Yo, he's about to crash out. He's about to cry. Yo, deep down, you know he didn't want to do this podcast, but he felt like he had to.
I just meant making out again.
Because when I was in college, I dated this guy. You know, he didn't want to fool around when I was on like the heaviest days of my period. Okay, totally understandable. I get that. And I was like, oh, great. Good news. My period ended. Like, we can like have fun tonight, blah, blah.
We can have fun tonight. My period ended. Why would, wait. Why would that even matter? Yo. That's TOS. I can't even say it. But you know what I'm thinking, bro. That shouldn't matter if you're not. Bro, she's clearly lying, allegedly.
Going down on
Don't
me.
sue me.
Like, wouldn't you know it, I was still spotting. And also, if you're like poking around down there, like more blood can sometimes come out even if your period is over. And I swear to God, like I thought my period was done.
And so this was the lie that may have
no lie.
triggered the
Listen, bro, literally 4K Ultra HD, the most clearest quality ever. 4K right there. You're caught.
most people. Because out of all the terrible things that she did to Akaash, the craziest one was that she made him believe that they were both virgins up until marriage. Which doesn't really seem true just based off that TikTok alone. I mean, of course, it could be, but it's probably not.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you believe her?
Also, what made that podcast even worse was that the other co-hosts couldn't help but join in on the ritual with Jasleen.
What's his favorite position?
See, this L Mans, bro. This L Mans. And this L Mans. If I bring my wife around you and you're acting like this, like, you're not my friend, bro. Like, you're not my friend. Like, look at Akaash's face throughout this entire thing. You have not seen him smile one time. The laughs that he does have, they're fake as hell. They're not real. He's clearly holding it all in. He clearly looks super uncomfortable in this position. He don't want to be here. Look. He's saying, you better not answer that question. That's what he's saying. Cause he L friends, bro. These are not your friends.
I got one to know. See, guys, this is how comfortable.
So that whole podcast didn't really do anything for Akaash at all.
And why the security like 4 feet tall? Grow a little bit. Get some new security, by the way.
It really just made him look worse. So since then, in every podcast they posted on their YouTube and Patreon, it's almost like they're tiptoeing around eggshells with Akaash about it too, as he's clearly super sensitive about it and probably requested that they never bring it up again. Because there's truly no way Akaash looks good in this scenario. So I guess he'd rather just pretend everything's fine while his wife maintains complete control over his finances, bosses him around, and belittles him, and refuses to kiss him in public and dodges him whenever he tries.
I seen this video. Now that's actually embarrassing, bro. Imagine you just spent $50,000 on your wife. $50,000 out the bank. And then you give her the ring to propose to her, and she doesn't even kiss you. Holy hell! I'm crashing out.
Thank you so much. What do you say?
I'm crashing out. I don't care.
Assassinated.
I'm crashing out, buddy. I'm saying, give me the ring back. We're getting divorced today. Today we're getting divorced.
All for the sake of trying to become an influencer. But the most miserable part about it all is that Akaash is completely fine with all the mistreatment, which just tells you that the man is pretty spineless and that he'd never truly stick up for himself. Like, everyone in the world is stepping all over this guy now, including Akaash's very own wife and co-hosts. And yet he doesn't do anything to stop.
Like I said, that's not your friend, that's not your man's.
Which probably means that this guy's grown used to being a human punching bag. I mean, he's been putting up with this monster for years behind closed doors, letting her drive him completely insane. Sometimes even to the point where he'd, quote, hit himself like a maniac.
She never felt unsafe like I would hit her. Sure. But I hit myself a couple of times like a fucking maniac, and that's not gonna make you feel safe either.
No.
Is this what? Yeah, that's not a healthy relationship, bro.
Another thing that's adding to Akaash's new petrified, soulless appearance is the sheer fact that this story became the biggest story online for a week or two last December.
This guy Myron has been cooking him every single day. I've seen the Twitter posts, I've seen everything. yo, literally been cooking him.
Pretty much like Akaash's Hawk Tuah moment, but instead of boosting his career, it thoroughly destroyed it. I mean, nearly every commentary YouTuber from every corner of the internet made a video about it. And usually with a story this big, there's always different opinions and multiple ways of looking at it, but this situation was one of the rare times in history where everyone unanimously agreed that Akaash needs to get away from this woman immediately. So then when he didn't do that and proceeded to defend her...
Yo, you know what? Yo, also, what I also realized, bro, she literally said, I think she said it in one of her TikToks. She said she has a prenup joint bank account. Like, yo, it's over. It's over for Akaash, bro. I don't know what else to say. It's over. Yo, even if he decides to divorce you, even if he mans up enough and he finally divorces her, it's over. She's taking 50% of your stuff. You're a cook, bro. You're a cook. There's nothing you can do, bro. You gotta live with this. What they say is cheaper to keep her. Holy.
And believe her lies. Of course, people are now tearing him apart. I mean, even his own peers in the comedy world are doing that.
These other people is that I own who I am. I don't pretend to not be what I'm like. What's your name? Ellen.
Oh.
Ellen pretended to be like a nice fucking, and then behind the scenes she was a Louis J. Gomez,
like Akaash's wife.
Yeah, exactly.
That's disrespectful.
He's cute.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when other people are talking about your wife behind your back and making fun of you. Holy.
All right.
Holy.
Thanks, man.
Cooked.
Hey,
Thanks.
how you doing?
Got a show tonight.
Is that Akaash's wife?
Yeah, take it easy on that.
Sorry. We're consuming a lot of that content.
Holy. That's
you liking
crazy.
all that stuff?
Oh my god, I'm jerking off. I got no back here.
You got no back, bud.
Yo, what the heck?
So yeah, I mean, if comics are talking about it like this on podcasts, one can only imagine how they speak about it in private. Like Akaash Singh is the joke now, and it'll probably be this way for the rest of his career.
Y'all know when like you in school and then somebody makes a joke about you and then everybody else starts to make that joke? Like, for example, like let's say you pissed your pants in front of your entire class and then somebody else does it. And let's say the guy that did it was Jimmy. They're gonna be like, oh, you pulled a Jimmy, your wife don't love you, or you pulled an Akaash. Like, that's the same thing that's happening. And it's sad.
Because of how big the entire thing's gotten. I mean, everyone was talking about it. Even the journalists on the New York Times panel that Andrew Schultz did last month asked him about it.
Yeah, I'm texting y'all like, yo, Akaash good, yo. Akaash good, yo.
I had a lot of people reach out.
Yes.
That's how I knew it was getting fucked up when like people that are not connected to this at all were messaging me, yo, is Akaash okay?
Bruh. This is the first Thanksgiving I had that didn't end in an argument because 3 hours was just talking about that whole situation.
Really? Yeah. Because it's just like the situation got its own like reality. And then once it takes its own reality.
You know how when you realize it's dumb?
Races.
You realize it's dumb when you're sitting around trying to explain it to somebody else. Because we even at the panel today, you got all of these distinguished journalists.
Oh, yeah.
Who just know they've been hearing something. So they're like,
these are the most refined journalists in America all sitting around. And I'm just like, all right, so here's what actually happened. And we just, the editor of the New Yorker.
Wait, that came up at the panel?
Before the panel.
Damn.
And I'm listening to this show talk, so I'm like, oh, so wait, she wasn't talking about sleeping with other guys?
Exactly.
And Andrew was like, no, she just saying she popped that pussy. And Stephanie goes,
So even though this whole story broke roughly 2 months ago now, it's really all anyone can talk about in Akaash's comments still.
2 months ago, 2 years ago, 2 decades ago. Nobody's forgetting this, bro. Like this, unless this is gonna be in his career, literally forever. Think about Jaden Smith and Will Smith. Will Smith and Jaden. Bro, that joint is still in my mind to this day. When I think about Will Smith and Jaden Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, like, bro, that is the first thing that comes to my head. Regardless of all his movies, The Karate Kid, freaking Men in Black, all these stuff, like, you don't even think about that. You think about that moment, and that's sick.
And once you learn that this has been happening to him for 15 years, when you go back to watch his latest special, which is literally titled Gaslit, everything he talks about just makes so much more sense. Like, the special wasn't really him telling jokes or even doing comedy. He was actually just venting and letting out his anger at his wife in the only way he knows how. Like, he had this one joke in there about how he desperately craves being away from her, acting as if every husband in the world relates to this dream of sending their wives away on vacation just so they can get some peace and quiet alone at home.
Marriage is a job. Well, every good job gives you 2 weeks vacation. And if you have a good man, I promise you I know what his dream vacation is. Because every good guy's dream vacation is your vacation. Go somewhere.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's venting like OD.
Go anywhere you want. I will take out a mortgage to pay for it. Look, a shitty guy might want to go on his own vacation, cheat on you with another woman. I would never do that. I just want to cheat on you with solitude.
So just remember that this was way back before any of this stuff about his wife came out. So at the time, it did seem exaggerated, but now you can tell that he was genuinely angry here. And I get that he's a comedian and all, and that comedians amp up their emotions on stage, but being that his wife is the actual spawn of the devil, the anger here feels kind of proportional to that.
His wife is the spawn of the devil. Nah, that's crazy. Relax, he's going too far.
Whenever he complained about Jocelyn in this special, you could tell that he was actually getting angry thinking about her. I mean, he dedicated the entire premise of the special to her and all the things that she does to drive him insane, which is honestly pretty funny when you think about it. Like, comedians usually talk about their lives in their specials and have a bunch of little stories tied together, usually titling it something vague like Teacher, but this guy's special was mainly about how he hates his wife. And again, it's literally titled Gaslit, so you just know that she's consumed every fiber of his being.
This is the moment I learned I love my wife more than she loves me. And that hurts. Because like I said earlier, marriage is a job, and we are managers at this marriage. And our primary job is to meet each other's needs. My wife has emotional needs I have to meet every single day. I have to talk to my wife every single day. And I don't mean casual conversation, that's easy. No, this is put my phone away. Make deep eye contact. Emotional engagement, thoughtful response.
As crazy as it is to see this special now, I feel like this was the smart...
Yeah, that brother needs some help. I'm gonna kill the buck. That brother needs some help. If that's marriage, I don't want it, bro.
This thing he could have done. Like, he turned his anger and frustration for his wife into a professionally shot stand-up comedy special, which probably earned him an ungodly amount of money and opportunities. So, at the very least, you could applaud him on that, but being that his wife flushes a lot of that money down the drain, it's not really saying much. Speaking of Akaash's wife, she actually seems fine. Like, she's still blowing his money, doing nothing to contribute to Akaash's life, and is still making insufferable TikTok videos. She did, however, stop doing her podcast, and she did turn off...
Thank God! Because ain't nobody was watching that podcast at all either.
...off all her comments to everything she posts.
I have some advice for other creators, and also myself, because I used to be the clapback queen. I used to reply to all these hate comments and be like, bitch, because I thought it was just like funny. And I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna let people think that I let this shit fly. Like, I want to be known for defending myself. But at a certain point, these people are baiting you. And baiting is a form of control and manipulation. It's a sick, twisted game to them. God knows what they get out of it. But all I know is that they can't be happy on the inside. It's just science. Like, you wouldn't go on TikTok and make a video about someone you don't know who's hardly famous because you're happy on the inside. As much as we need to, like, we want to reply, we want to clarify, we want to be like, actually, what's the fucking point? Because if you go on TikTok and you make a hate video and it's your most viewed video, now what? I'm just gonna let you think that you won in the short game, but in the long game, it is about happiness, success, prosperity, and just having loving friends and family in a relationship. And, you know, sometimes being on a hammock.
Keep your wife off the
internet. Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro. Yes. Okay, there can be one entertainer in this family, It shall be me. I'm the comedian. I'm out here on this road. And I'm out here getting the money. Let me use some of this money to help you do some other things, yo. Because you don't need a microphone in your face because you going to fuck around and ruin us. All right.
So at this point, there really isn't anything left to uncover. All the facts about them are out in the open, and the public reaction has already hardened into something permanent. So this whole thing has fundamentally changed how people see him. Once an audience decides that someone lacks self-respect, it's almost impossible to reverse that perception. Of course, Akaash is gonna go on with his life and act like everything's fine though. Much like Brendan.
I don't think he's ever gonna divorce her. I genuinely think he's gonna stay in this relationship regardless of the disrespect, regardless of anything. I ain't gonna lie, prayers in the chat for bro.
Schaub and Joe Rogan do, which is just completely odd. I mean, if there's an overwhelming negative opinion coming from your fan base, I feel like any normal person would want to fix that, but to each their own, I guess. Like, he'd rather bury this whole saga deep down inside of him, but whether he likes it or not, it's changed the trajectory of his image forever.
Literally forever. Oh my goodness. Well, yo, I'm praying for Akaash in the chat, bro. Hey, hopefully it works out, bro. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure you comment 6-7. And this video right here is recommended by YouTube, so go ahead and check it out, bro.